Okay, everybody. I hope this works. My apologize for yesterday. Yeah, I totally forgot it. I thought about it numerous times yesterday, and then right after my live on my Instagram, I just kind of drew a blank, and that was the end of my day, right? And then, yeah, I had one of my followers, was worried, right? This is not a time to missing alive, right? So that's why I'm here, just to let everybody know that all's well, right? Like all is well. I was just, yeah, I was having a dingy moment. Oh, I guess I better clean my glasses. Sorry. I thought, like I have a couple of lives that I'm doing today on my Instagram, but I thought it only fair that, you I miss everybody. And yeah, I've had a couple of interactions, and yeah, so they said I mentioned that I was coming on live today, and so I'm sure they'll pop by. But also at the same time, it takes YouTube. They know I usually go live on Sunday nights, right? So they get those notifications out. So I'm just going to give them a couple of extra minute and see who pops in. I hope everybody's having a good day here in Manitoba. It's looking quite lovely out there. Yesterday, even with all the snow on the ground, I had to take the bike out. What I actually did is I went down to the bank. I lost my bank card, right? So I had to replace my bank card. So decided to take my bike out in the snow just to see, right? And it worked out fine. It was melting. So I just like rode through puddles and stuff. And yeah, I got down to the bank and didn't realize it was, it was Sunday. The bank's not even open on Sundays, but it was good because I was able to see the notice on the door. So I know their hours now, right? And also at the same time, I'm concerned for my sister leaving the house, right? Oh, Asanka's here. Awesome. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you're getting a little bit of sun too, Asanka. Awesome. Yeah, Calgary. Asanka's from Calgary, right? Yeah. Let me know where you're from if you pop in and to say hi. Let me know where you're from. I like to collect everywhere, right? Because when I do, I know eventually I am going to get on the road, right? And then all those places that I always wanted to go, I'm gonna go and visit, and then all along the way, like I'll know where my followers and subscribers and the people who've been with me for years and years, and I've built those relationships with, right? We kind of took this journey together, watching my journey, and you never know. There'll come a point maybe that I'll be watching your journey, right? Wouldn't that be amazing? And actually, I'm following my friend William, his journey. He's in Jersey, right? And he's been doing so good over the past year. And I'm trying to convince him, like, you gotta stay in the house, stop going to your friends, stop going to help your friends and stuff. Like, you have to take care of yourself right now, right? So yeah, he's been sticking around the house, but at the same time, this is an anniversary, for him. Like, his community's gonna get a lot of help from him, right? Because he's gone through some recent losses, some important, very important relationships to him, right? So he's going to be very important to his community because he's gone through it, right? And with this virus going on, I know the passing aways are just starting now, right? Everybody's been sick and everybody's been in the hospitals, but some of those struggles are coming to an end now. So we're going to see some of that bad stuff, that sad stuff, right? And if you follow me, if you resonate with the content that I put out there, there's a reason for it, right? There's a reason that you resonate with my content. Like maybe you were meant to help people emotionally get through these tough times that are coming up ahead. I kind of have a feeling that that's where I'm going, right? Because I have such a great understanding for, all those life experiences that I went through, right? All those experiences that I went through, maybe there was a reason that happened, right? Maybe there was a reason that I happened. And, you know, even though it wasn't fun, I came out with maybe, with a little bit of understanding, right? Because I always tried to understand it, right? So maybe I came out with a little bit of understanding, and just even through these conversations and the lives that I do, right? If I just leave myself open to my past, and to whatever, right? That maybe some information will pop out of that brain of mine, and somebody will get some benefit from it, right? So that's what I do. I don't usually come on prepared, right? I like to leave myself open, right? Because you never know what the conversation takes you. Oh, Owen's here too. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so I just want to say, like, yeah, if you resonate with my content, you might not know it, right? You might not feel it, but there's a little bit of pillar in you. And you know what? And if you are with me, you probably know it yourself, right? You probably know it, but you just don't know how to get it out there, right? Just sometimes experiences beat you down, and that's what I've been doing all these years, right? I've been just trying to, because I have dreams. There are things that I want to do and things I want to accomplish, right? I have interests, and just sometimes life beats you down, and you get comfortable, right? You get uncomfortable in those sad moments, and those things that, those comforts that take you away from actually thinking about your problems and trying to better yourself. And that's what I've been doing actually these past few years, is just trying to work myself better, so that, maybe some of these dreams that I have, that I could actually make them come true, right? They weren't really big dreams. It was like to leave a legacy, to leave something positive behind, to leave something that I would be proud of behind, right? You know? So, and we find ourselves in these situations right now, like, how did I find social media, right? Like, how did I find mindset? Like, these things crossed my paths, right? And look at what benefit they are right now, like, if I didn't learn to use YouTube, if I didn't learn to use, my different social media platforms, those things that I went through, those hardships, those stories that I know of other people's hardships and their victories and triumphs over those tribulations. Like, I wouldn't have been able to tell those stories, right? Like, nobody would have been able to hear them. So that I truly believe, right? So I just, and that's the way I, it might seem silly. I got nothing better to do with my time than just to leave myself open and see, to see what good I can do, right? Just be open, and just be willing to try, and yeah, that's what we all have to do, right? And if you happen on to a little bit of helpful information along the way, maybe it's your responsibility to pass it along. I'm a true believer, you get what you give, right? My dad used to say it all the time, Cindy. Cindy, you get what you give, you get what you give, right? And you end up getting into school fights, or fighting with your sisters, or, you know, like you wanted to learn a lesson, to be kind to other people, right? It was kind of like the golden rule. Like, my dad was very big on the golden rule too, right? Do unto others, right? But at the same time, this is precaution time, right? You step out, but don't test the waters. Like, take care of your safety, take care of your safety first in this. But yeah, like I say, like, you got to keep the humanity in there. And yeah, if you wonder where I learn all this stuff, he taught me where to find it. He taught me where to find it, right? And yeah, I would suggest to anybody, like, Evan Carmichael actually has a YouTube channel, right? This is his book. It just got released this past month on the 17th, right? And I just started working through it, and I was just, working some of the worksheets and stuff. And yeah, moving forward, right? It's all about moving forward. And I find, like I'm thinking this way now, built to serve, because there is a reason why these things cross our paths in our lives, right? And if you take note of them, then maybe you'll find the answers for yourself, like I think I done, right? Some people might think I'm silly, but you know what? This is my life. I'm having fun. I'm learning so much, and it works. It works. It works for me, right? Because I believe, right? Like, right? It works. It works for a reason, right? And you just got to trust, right? Just have to have that positive mindset, right? I try not to think of the negative. You think of the positive, right? So right now, even though all that stuff is going on, I'm looking out my beautiful picture window that I haven't cleaned yet, but I plan on doing it this afternoon. I got lots of stuff to do today. Like after I do the live here, I think I'm going to quickly run down to the bank and get my bank card. No, maybe I'll wait because I have another live at 1 o'clock. I'm going to do on my Instagram. If you want to come over onto my Instagram at 1 o'clock, um, um, Central Time, right? Because right now Central Time it's 11:37 here, right? So 1 o'clock my time, I'm gonna go live on my Instagram, and I have a friend, Nick Tabor, right? Because I've been, doing little cheats on my diet, right? And I've lost that 60 pounds, so I want to keep it off. I got on the scale, and I'm not 3 pounds over. I'm only 2 pounds over now, but I'm still doing date slice, and I did Rice Krispie squares the other day. My sister put a little hamper together for me, right? And I know I'm not even drinking it, Owen. I'm not even drinking my coffee. It's just, I keep doing this. I keep making my coffees, and then, I just yap. I just yap. Yeah. So trying to get the house cleaning done, trying to get the laundry done. I tell you, I was so freaked out. Like today was an inspection day for the building, right? It was an inspection day to make sure all we're going through all this. The management wants to make sure that everything is working really well, and they don't have to come and keep interrupting us. So they came in just to do the quick fixing, and then make a list of things that need to quickly be done, right? I wasn't impressed. I left a note on my door saying, you got to take your shoes off. Here's some Safeway bags. Tie some Safeway bags over your shoes, because people are traipsing that stuff into their house. Keep in mind, like my neighbors are all leaving their shoes outside the door in the hallways, right? It might be a little bit against fire regulations, but I'm sure there'll be some leniencies there, considering the situation that we're in. But yeah, don't walk into your house with your shoes on if you don't have to. I wear numerous different, because the weather changes from day to day here. So I try to be careful, and I'm constantly sweeping and washing my floors. And yeah, so anyway, I was really worried about the the management coming into my building, into my apartment today. Like I don't even like it on a normal strangers coming into my apartment on a normal day. So, I was definitely not impressed with the situation that we were in, that we were going to have somebody in there. But the most amazing lady, surgical gloves and all, respected my note that I left on the door. Like I wrote, like, if you're going to come into my apartment, take your shoes off, put these Safeway bags on. Let me know if you touch anything. Don't touch anything unless you absolutely have to. But if you touch something, let me know so I can wash it right away. And yeah, they took the shoes off. They had came in with squirty bottles and rags. She held the door open. We all stayed 3 feet away. He did it real quick, 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 and he wiped everything down as he was going with the sanitizer, right? And she was very friendly, very respectful, very understanding, and even vocalized it, right? And yeah, it was very impressive. It was very impressive. In and out, 1 minute, bang, 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 and yeah, it was good. It was good. So yeah, so you're gonna have to communicate for yourself, right? Like, don't feel bad about leaving a note on your door if you feel you have to leave a note on your door for people to respect your wishes, right? I want to make sure that everybody that follows me here, on YouTube comes out of this well, right? we're all coming out. We're all coming out of this well. Yeah, and I'm here for you guys. Seriously, like there's so many ways to get a hold of me, right? Like there's so many ways to get a hold of me. You can come to me on Instagram, right? Just Google Instagram if you don't know. Just Google Instagram, and and uh, and then the first thing that pops up will probably be a download, right? For the Instagram, from the Instagram site. Just download it, right? And then come and see me, and then you can come hang out with me on my lives, right? Like I've been writing, Andrew. Like I've been writing. So you would love what I'm doing over there, Andrew. You would love what I'm doing. I would love to see Andrew over there. I know Owen comes over and stuff, but I would love to see Andrew over there because he's one of my writers, right? So, and he's the one that appreciates it so much. But yeah, and Sharon too. I would love to see Sharon over with me on Instagram, right? But but Oh, good, good, Asanka. Yeah, I hope all your pets are doing well. Like everybody's doing well on your end. I know that you've got some mature animals now too, right? But yeah, yeah. I did. Where's my cat? It doesn't take long to get my cat. It doesn't take long to get my cat because she's turning into a porker. My cat is turning into a porker. It's quick. It's real quick. She'll be here in 2 seconds. Yeah, she's a little porker, but she can run. Hey, you can run. Okay, I'll bring her. I'll bring her up here with me for a second, just so everybody can see my beautiful. I don't want to yank this stuff around, but look at this. Is my cat. This is perfect. See, she's got no tail. It froze off this winter, and see, she's missing an ear because her ear froze off too. It rotted, like it when they brought her into the house. It just kind of rotted off. But yeah, she's my cutie beauty. She's more interested in the temptations, right? She likes the treats, right? She likes the treats. Oh, I don't even know why I'm just even sitting here, people. Like, let's walk over here. There's my bike. I've already taken it out. Let's just walk. Like I can do this, right? Like how? Here, everybody, take a look at this. I'll even show you the snow outside. Everybody, take a look. Whoopsie. Take a look out there. Yeah, I didn't even think I can do this, right? I can do this. Okay. No, I'm doing housework. I'm doing housework. Well, it's not bad, but yeah, I'm pulling stuff out and I'm trying to get stuff. But I definitely will at some point, right? I don't know what I've done here. Everything is kind of wonky. Yeah, so this is actually just my dining area, right? And I just pulled my kitchen table out further into the living room so that I could have space. I'm selling this. This is just it was a baker's rack that my mother had, right? And when she passed away, nobody was taking anything she had, right? Like nobody wanted anything, and they were taking it all to the thrift stores and stuff for donations, all her stuff, right? And she loved this piece. My mother loved this piece, and her cat had destroyed it, like totally, like scratched it. Like there were like at least 5 inch gouges in the wood and stuff because the cat used it as scratching post, right? But I brought it home and I made it my winter project, right? And I puttied it all and I sanded and I primed it and I repaired all little things and I changed I put brand new hardware on all the cabinets and I fixed the slide. It was in rough shape. It was something you should have thrown in the garbage. I don't know why, it was an emotional thing that I did, right? We do these things sometimes that we don't understand why we do them. And I think it was one of those things that, I emotionally attached myself to this cabinet, and I brought it home. And I've been slowly trying to get rid of stuff. I've been getting rid of dressers and tables and all kinds of stuff in my place. I don't want it, right? I want to just like minimize. I want my art, I want my desk, I want my computer, and I want my cat. Oh, and my bed. I have an amazing pillow top bed. My sister bought me a bed. I was having some really, really bad issues, and it was the springs in my mattress, right? When I got the mattress, it was secondhand, and I had had the mattress for like 30 years, for a long time. And I guess the springs poked into me, and I started having like sore backs, and short so shoulders were hurting, right? So yeah, I changed this mattress, and from the moment I suffered for like a couple of years, aches and pains every getting out of bed every morning, and I thought I was just getting old, and it wasn't. I wasn't getting old, right? It was actually the bed that was causing me that problems. And it's like my sister too, her bed causes her problems. And my mother picked chairs that caused her problems. Lots of times people pick shoes that are bad, for them. Like with me, I ruined my feet, right? Because I worked in cafeterias and stuff in plants, and they have like concrete floors, right? So I would buy these really cheap, cheap, cheap runners, and I would be running all over the place on these concrete floors, and I flattened my feet out, right? And what happens when you flatten your feet out? You end up getting hip problems and shoulder aches, and it hurts up your spine and into your neck and stuff, right? And people don't realize that when it hurts up here, it's actually caused by something down there. And usually, when you have pains that are caused that way, it's like, flat feet, just not lifting your arches up, right? You need to have that little bit of an arch, right? Otherwise, all your weight is going like this, and it's not evenly distributed, right? It's the same thing with headaches. There's so many reasons for headaches. I actually went out with a man, a beautiful man. Oh, for years we spent, yeah. But he used to suffer the worst migraines, like so bad that he would have to go into the closet and sit on the floor of the closet with the closet door closed in the pitch black, right? And he would bawl his eyes out, right? Because even the light was just too much pain. But then what happened is he went and had his teeth aligned. He went and got some dental work. As soon as he had that dental work, the headaches stopped completely. His problem with his headaches were from his teeth, right? So a lot of these aches and pains are actually symptoms and not the cause root in itself, right? It's actually something that happened because of something else that wasn't right going on with you, right? Let's go back to the desk here. You know, I love my kitchen window. That's where I sit. Oh, I didn't grab my coffee. We have to go back and grab. We have to go back. I have to have my coffee. Have to have my coffee. And that's all my artwork on my living room walls there, right? I'm just gonna back up here. You're gonna see because I was cleaning out my cupboard where my pots and pans are, and I've got all my pots and pans sitting on top of the stove because I wanted to wipe out my kitchen cupboards. Oh yeah, my fridge needs. I will. I'll give you a proper tour now that I'm doing the lives on my phone. Like I can pretty much take this, wherever I want, right? In the house. I mean, because I have, and that's the good thing when you have the lines, right? Because it's nice and clear everywhere, right? So I have my regular internet, but then I have my internet on my phone too. So I use the Wi-Fi from my computer, and it works out perfect for me. I'll never combine both my bills together ever again and keep them separate, right? Because if something happens to one, at least you always can connect with the other, right? So yeah, just let me turn me back there. Yeah, I wish I could get my Prairie Dodgers showing there too. But yeah, I'll figure that out. I just got everything on my tripod here, and I just lifted the tripod just up a little bit, and just because they said they couldn't see everything, right? But without me putting this further back, I won't be able to do that, and because of the headphones, right? My headphones are only 3 feet long, so I can't set this back. Otherwise I would. I mean, I guess I could because there's a good echo in here, and I could just take the headphones off. But for good sound for people who watch this on their phone, right, with their headsets, and it works out much better for them than having that. Sound is very important to have sound, right? Okay, let's take my first step. So sorry about last night, right? Like I said, it was like 9 o'clock. I just got an email from, I think, Owen. A couple people emailed me, Cindy, where are you? Are you okay? And I just like, oh well, yeah, like I have to be responsible, because people are invested in me now, obviously, right? So if you're invested in me, then I have to make sure that I don't worry you guys, I guess, right? Yeah. I tend to worry people anyway, right? People worry for me, right? And I don't mind the worry. I don't mind if people worry for me, but I don't want people to ever pity me, right? Pity is a terrible thing to have to wear. And as a kid, right, there was a lot of pity going on for me, right? And then after a while, I learned to work that pity, because I realized that, when people felt sorry for me, they would do things for me, right? So yeah, yeah, pity's not a good thing to wear for anybody, right? And that's why I built that self-reliance, right? That's why I built that sticking up for myself, like it's okay. I can take care of myself, right? You know, yeah, yeah. And I did that lots. I used that lots. Because nobody ever wanted to do anything for me when I was a little kid, right? It was always no, 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 right? And the only way I was able to get things that I wanted was to get people to feel bad for me, right? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I did that. And I think I probably did that, with intent, even make my dad feel bad, I don't love you. And then just make him feel bad. So, he'd send us off to the store to get pop and potato chips or something, what a terrible thing for a kid to do to their dad. I know I did that to my dad. I know I did, right? But yeah, sometimes we hurt the people we love the most, don't we? Yeah, it's usually how it goes. So I'm looking at the comments here, and actually, let's just go into my channel here, and that way I can see the comments. Is now your opportunity to say hi, and yeah, but I'm not sure if is William here. Is William here? Yeah. Oh, there I am. Let's just turn me down. I don't want to hear me. I don't want to hear me there, but we'll just skip that. And yeah, okay, there's the chatter. Oh, they're servants. You know what, Asanka? My cat too, right? You know, yeah, spoiled. Like, this cat almost died this winter. It was so grateful well, it was very lucky that couple found it in the shed, right? Otherwise, it would have been dead. It wouldn't have lasted maybe even 24 hours more, right? It was just yeah, I feel bad for it because when I see it curled up and sleeping, I see its legs twitching and I can hear it crying, right? So it must have gone through a pretty bad experience through that, right? But yeah, she is a poor bird. She's spoiled and she doesn't finish. I buy a can of food and she used to gobble, 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 and now she's turning into a picky eater. Now she wants the gravy. So I know what you're talking about, Asanka. Yeah, but yeah, she's a cutie pie. I don't know where she's disappeared, but we'll see how fast she comes. Yeah, she loves these temptations, and she loves those little love ones too, the soft ones. And I've been trying to get her to play chase and stuff, right? Just to get a little bit of exercise because she is a little. Oh, there you are, just a cutie cutie. Come here. I got it right here. Come here. Yeah, and she grunts. This cat grunts. She doesn't meow, she grunts. Hey, come here. Come here. Come on. Yeah, she just here we go. One more look at my adorable little cat, right? My adorable little cat. Huh? You want that? Whoopsie. Yeah, she'll want to go down to eat it, I'm sure. You want that? No. Yeah, she sees it though, but this is she a cutie and she loves belly rub. She just loves, and she's a big purr too, right? She loves she loves to purr. Yeah. She's adorable. And see how she lets me just do anything with her now? And she used to bite me and stuff, right? Like, well, not bite me, like she's never bit me or scratched me or even tried to, right? She's just the gentlest, sweetest cat, except she's got long nails and she likes to do this on me, right? When I'm sleeping. Yeah, yeah, she loves those temptations, right? Yeah, so but I thought I would just come live today. Like I said last night, that was silly. I felt terrible. I felt terrible. But I knew I would make up for it today because it's important to, when you do something bad that you make up for it if you can, right? Yeah, so it was funny because I did that yesterday for the first time. I put her treats on the desk for the first time yesterday. And then later on in the evening I was like watching a video or something, right? And she jumped right up on top of the desk for like the first time. So I'm not sure if I want her to have that habit, right? Now she's laying down on my desk. I can't say no to her. She just, she's got me this one. Yeah, she's got me. I love this cat. She came at the perfect time for me. She came at a perfect time for me. Okay, it's time for you to go down. Yeah. And she's got lots of sleeping places, right? But I had to close the closet in my bedroom because she goes in there and she lays in there and yeah. She likes to curl up and put hair all over my clothes. So I got her out of there. I got her out of there right away. I got her out of there right away. So what else is new and exciting? Um so much, so much. I've been working on a few things, right? Because with this virus and thing going on, like job hunting is kind of obviously shut down. And then when it starts up again, the only thing that would be a hope for me to get a job right away would probably be the program that I'm in to be placed, right? Because of my age, it wouldn't be a priority to get me placed, right? Especially when I'm required to, yeah, apply for my CPP in October. They're telling me that I have to apply for it, right? So yeah, I'm not sure if I would be made a priority, but that would be something I can discuss, right? When my workers give me a call and stuff, I can kind of mention it, and you not mention it. I'm just going to come out right out and ask them, right? So that I have those answers. I would like to know if I'll be made a priority, right? And I'm sure if I can get my typing skills, up there, just the speed. I just need the speed, because you can always get apps to, like, I use Grammarly, right, for my spelling. I don't get the actual grammar part of it, but I get all the spelling, right, which is absolutely terrific. Plus the sometimes word replacement and stuff. And sometimes they put me in little betas and stuff where I can get to use it for, the whole program for free and stuff, right? But yeah, I love Grammarly, and if I could afford to have Grammarly on everything, I would just, that would make me perfect, because that would give me confidence that I could just go ahead and just, write what's on my thoughts and not worry about if I'm putting the comma in the right place or if I'm even having to put a comma there altogether, right? Because yeah, I never really ever paid attention to that stuff. Yeah, I know what a verb is. I know what a noun and a plural is. Yeah, but see, and a comma, obviously. But yeah, I never paid attention. Like great affinity for words. Like I like having a nice vocabulary, right? But yeah, I'm learning the spelling, so that's good. But it's just the grammar itself is what I'm going to need Grammarly for, because I'm not very good at at it at all. And if I had a preference, I wouldn't use anything, right? Well, no, I like my exclamation marks, because an exclamation mark puts off across a feeling, right? When you see an exclamation mark at the end of a sentence or end of a word, right? It gives a word feeling. It's like sign language, when you do the sign language, and some of those words, they you can feel when they do the sign, you can actually feel the word, right? And they do that lots in sign language, right? But Asanka, is that ever awesome that you made it here? Holy moly, you never hang out through the whole lives. And did we see who else is here? We got Owen here. Did Andrew come in? Yeah, and I thought William might pop in too, but what happens with William is he doesn't catch the times right, right? The different time ranges, because he's in Jersey, so he might have thought that maybe in the next hour. But I'm doing a live in the next hour anyway. He can catch me on my Instagram, or maybe even thought I was going on Instagram. I don't know. But I'm sure he'll catch this later, right? But yeah, so this is a sad month for William, like the anniversary month for him, and we want to make sure that he's ready to go, right? Because he belongs to his church and stuff, and because he's been dealing with grief, right? That's what he's been working with, was grief over the past couple of years. So in order for him to be ready to help other people, we have to make sure that William's good. He mentioned it a couple of times today, right? And he sent me a picture. So it's on his mind, right? So yeah. But I'll make sure I email him later on tonight and say hi. And if he makes it into the live later, hey William. I know, I know. I love having a computer. I've never had a laptop. I've never had a laptop, right? Because I don't want to start with something junky, right? I would like to go right into a good computer, something that would be large enough and have enough TB that I could, get my Premiere Pro or whatever is editing program is on there, that I can take it with me, and I can work on the road, right? I would want lots of RAM. I would want a lots of RAM. So yeah, I'm waiting for bonus day on that one, right? I'm waiting because I think a laptop would probably, no, I think the camera. I'm ready for a camera now. I'm ready for a camera, right? I've never really. My sister bought me a Sanyo, right? But it was only 720, right? So it was Kathy. Kathy, I think, is going to be popping by here in a moment. I think, yeah. She just caught my message on Instagram. I just DM'd her, but that's what happens, right? Like, if you can do that, we could communicate on the Instagram like that. So if you ever, just want to chit chat about what's going on with you, like, this is going to be this is going to be a tough time. There's going to be a lot of grief coming on, a lot of uncertainty. There's going to be a lot of people that are scared and stuff, right? So yeah, it's we're all going to have to, you know, get those waders on and get right into it, right? Because yeah, there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to be suffering emotionally over that, right? So like I said, if you resonate with this channel, or you resonate with me, right? You know that maybe you don't see it in yourself, but it's there, right? That steadfastness, you know, that sureness in yourself, that it's there. It's there. So yeah, yeah. So if keep yourself safe. So all I'm saying is just keep yourself safe. There's a reason, and you're meant to, you know, do service for somebody, right? Yeah. Here we go. Commercial time. Built to serve. Hey, amazing. Seriously, seriously. Like this book came out at the most amazing time. Just the fact of when this book came out, right? Like the moment, like March 17th, this book came out, right? And it's so relatable to what we're going through right now, right? You know, so this book alone would help to ease things up, you know, that you would have a better understanding and a better direction, and you know how to deal with all this stuff, right? You know, yeah, look at me. I haven't, oh, I shed a tear yesterday, but just for a moment, right? You know, I got my one word yesterday. It's kindness. It's kindness. And I'm happy for it because it was a word that I was resonating with, right? But I was I didn't want to commit to it because, you know, I've committed to a couple of words, right? I grew up on the word despite, right? Like, despite what anybody said, I was going to go off and do this, you know, despite the hardships, despite not having money. Like, I pushed myself forward on that word despite, right? And then, you know, when I started studying mindset and trying to improve my life, and, you know, trying to improve those limiting beliefs and some of those understandings I was brought up on, right? And in order for me to feel better, I started doing the mindset, and yeah, when I started doing the mindset, it kind of changed me. It kind of made me look back on my life, and it made me start to do a lot of forgiveness, just not to other people, but to myself too, because my mindset also made me turn into a selfish person. It made me take care of me, right? You know, I was only looking out for my well-being, making sure that I was safe, right? You know, and it was true, like the people who were close to me, my friends, my family, you know, I watched out for them just as well, or if not more than I watched out for myself. But, you know, outside of that, I didn't care, right? You know, so it took me mindset to bring me back. And so I thought forgiveness was my word. I was convinced because it just kind of gave me so many breakthroughs. Like, there was just so many breakthroughs with me when I was working through that, right? So I just thought, oh, that must be my word. But then Evan said, oh, always set your word, your content, whatever you put out there, everything you have to feel is forgiveness. Like, you know, whatever your one word, you should feel it everywhere. It's in all your content that you put. But I wasn't feeling the forgiveness, you know, here and there, right? But I wasn't feeling it in all my content, right? There was a lot of curiosity, you know, lots of exploring, you know, the insides, you know. So I knew it had to do with the emotions. Like, I knew it had to do with what I went through, right? But I knew it wasn't the forgiveness. I knew it because it wasn't in my content right there. So anyway, my friend Alex in Toronto, right? He runs a salsa dance studio in Toronto, and you know, he came on my live on Instagram, and we actually we actually worked through to get my one word, and it ended up being kindness, right? And I was really grateful, and I was very, very, oh, I was really happy that he came on and helped me work through it. And it was a word I was resonating with, but I wasn't having the confidence that because I didn't want to be the lady that collected words, right? Like I wanted my one word, but I didn't want to keep trying on words like underwear, right? Like like I wanted to have one and just keep it, right? So I was pleased, and then I came off my live, and that might have been part of the reason as to why I totally forgot about the YouTube channel, because right away I went into thought, right? Because it kind of made me a little bit sad, because I thought there would be like fireworks and revelations, and it was kind of like, oh, that's my word, kindness, you know? But then I started thinking about it. Why was I thinking that way and everything? But I had so much expectations in the moment of the realization of the word. But the thing was, I think I already knew my word, and that's why there wasn't any, fireworks and revelations and, like, it was kind of like, oh, okay. But I was grateful, and I'm very happy to have my word. It's an amazing word. And I put that in all my content anyway, right? Like I always take into consideration, I always want people, to feel the kindness, because I could be, well, I do it for me too, right? I do. That's selfish of me to say that I do it for you, because I do it for me too, right? This brings me great joy for somebody who doesn't have a lot of people. Like I'm here by myself. It's just me and my cat, right? Living our lives, just me and my cat, and look how much joy this brings me, right? This brings me a lot of joy, being online, having a say, right? This is what I'm going to be leaving behind. Maybe not all of this, but something, right? And just being able to be here and make my friends along the way, right? To make friends along the way, like, yeah. And it's so amazing, right, to be able to have these friends that stick with me for years and years. And I hope, when I'm 80 years old, and I'm hanging out with you with my cup of coffee that I'm not drinking. Big gulp there, because all I do is sit here and hold my cup of coffee, right? Because I can't stop talking, right? But you guys can talk, and I can watch comments, but yeah, that was the whole plan today. So I'm going live at 1 o'clock my time, and I'm going on with my friend Nick, and he's coming on to my channel, and we're going to talk about me cheating on my diet and being in isolation and not overeating. So because this is what he does, right? He works in fitness, and he'll talk a little bit. He has some muscular issues, right? But I'll let him tell you about that if you want to come over and meet him. But yeah, he's a fitness instructor, and he also does mindful work with people, helping people with their emotions and getting them through things, right? So yeah, amazing. And what else? Yeah, lots of things, right? Like I'm just trying to narrow it down. Like I'm thinking that maybe I might be what they call yeah. Hmm. I don't know. We'll talk about that one another time. But yeah. Oh, William's here too now. Awesome. Hi, William. Hi, William. Tea. Yeah, I think on my live, I'll make myself a cup of tea. I've been drinking so much coffee, and I expect the price of coffee is going to go up after a while. Or maybe they'll be still trying to keep people at work, and they're still harvesting the coffee beans, and they're just stockpiling them so that maybe they'll be cheaper, right? Maybe things will be a little bit cheaper. Here in Winnipeg, I saw gas for 62 cents a liter. I couldn't believe it. 62 cents. That's crazy, crazy pricing, right? I just wish I had my car. Yeah. Miss my car. I miss my car, right? I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining, but I miss my car, right? And if I had my car at 62 cents, 62 cents, Oh yeah, you could imagine. But so that is the goal, to get the car back, right? Because if I'm going to be here in Winnipeg, all summer long, just me and my cat, and I love watching the birds out my window. I wish, here, I'll let you see the crazy mess, just so you can see my beautiful picture window that I like to look out. There. Can you see it? How huge it is? Can you see the beautiful trees? And wait until those trees are all full of greenage. Like, see how close the branches are to my windows? Can you see the birds? Can you see the birds? Right, like not even a foot away from my window. It might be too far away. But yeah, that's what I get to look out. And it's a big tunnel, right? It's a big tunnel when it gets green. And the squirrels run from one end of the street, from the elm trees on the other side of the street, and they run across the branches, and they travel onto the branches on this side of the street. It's an amazing. I love my apartment. I was so lucky in the end. Yes, I did, William. I was telling them earlier, if you watch this back, I was telling everybody earlier that you had sent me. What was his name again, William? I know you told me his name, but I forgot what his name. I keep all your notes, so I saved them into a file, right? When you write me, so but yeah, we were just saying, right? Like, your community is gonna get a lot of help from you, William, in the next few months, right? The next, maybe even few years, right? Everybody's going to be going through what you've already been through, right? Other people are going to be going through, right? And you'll just be starting to come out of it already. Like, people will be, oh yeah, what a nice name. What a nice name. Beautiful, beautiful name. Yeah. Yeah, really nice name. But but yeah, people are going to need you, William, like, yeah, you'll be just starting to come out of it. Like, you don't forget. You never forget, but the pain gets a little bit easier to bear after a while, because what I notice with me and the people who pass in my lives, right? After a while, you just forget about the bad, and you only remember about the good, right? You know, even the worst people in my lives, right? Like, I think of the good, right? Like, I remember the good, right? So and that's the way it goes with grief, right? What do they say is, um the pain comes, and then it scabs over, and then eventually you get to sing again, right? And then it all starts all over again, right? It's just around and round and round. Okay, everybody, that's my YouTube live. Welcome to Chatters Live Sunday, but on a Monday. But you know what? Keep an eye open, right? Because periodically, if I'm bored, right? Like I'll come on and do a live, and we can have a nice little chit chat, especially if something's going on important, right? And then we can just all just kind of hang out and just deal with it together. But at the same time, if you need me, you know how to get a hold of me. Just go to my Twitter. You can message me through Twitter. You can leave a comment here on my YouTube. You can message me through Instagram. Like, there's my Facebook. You can go to my Facebook. Like, there's so many ways to get a hold of me, and we can chit chat. And if you really need me, right? Like, just say, hey, Cindy, I need you. Go live for a little bit, right? Like, I'm happy to come live, right? I'm happy to. Okay, everybody, I have a half an hour break before I get ready for my next live. I'm going live on my Instagram next. That'll be at 1 o'clock. I'll be going live. It is 12:19. Is it 12:19? 12:19 already here in Winnipeg, right? So 1 o'clock my time, I'll be going live. And if you would like to, is Kim here too? Hi, Kim. Hi, Kim. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, come and see me on Instagram. And you know what? We'll see you on Wednesday, okay? Take care. Bye bye. Now, how do I end this one? Here we go.